I got a question on the card.
Oh yeah. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Is this yet another pay-per-view card that's being shoved down our throats that should be a regular card? Does this pay-per-view card warrant us paying $75? I'm asking it to the audience. I mean, which is y'all too, obviously, but yeah.
You know, I would say this. This is a significant step down from the previous two pay-per-view cards that were on. The Tank Davis, Leo Santa Cruz pay-per-view card, I thought that looked, pretty good. And of course the Charlo doubleheader, that was like on point. For me, that was on point the way they kind of set up that card. So to me, I just felt like with this one, and like we said from last week when we had Coach Bomack, man, we could have had Maurice Hooker on that card, but they couldn't get no opponent to fit in. So that's why he's not on that card there. So I mean,
would it still have been pay-per-view worthy if Maurice Hooker was on the card?
Yeah, but I don't know if that would, in addition with Maurice Hooker, it would have to be something where Maurice Hooker is in a, high-level fight within the welterweight division.
Let me ask you a question, Mike Grady. Do you want to see Errol Spence fight again?
Of course I do, Matt.
Well, then there's your answer. Of course it's pay-per-view worthy.
Do I want to see him fight again? Yes, but do I think with everything else that he named on this card that is worth $75? Fuck no.
But what's worth $75 is seeing Errol Spence Jr. in his first fight against a real live opponent since his horrific car accident. Everybody wants to see that. Everybody wants to see what Spence looks like.
But I think everybody would want to see it. It should be seen on Showtime or Fox. Like I
if
feel
this
like
fight was on Showtime or Fox, he wouldn't be fighting Danny Garcia. How are you going to pay these guys?
Yeah.
I get it, man. I get it. I get the numbers behind it, but that doesn't mean that me as a consumer that I'm not getting the shaft. That's what I'm saying. Because, yeah, I don't even think that I would go to this card because let's say you pay $200,000-$300,000 to go and see a fight, and you only really want to see one fight on the card. That doesn't sound. If it ain't Floyd Mayweather, Deontay Wilder, I don't know, man.
You don't think Spence gonna give you your money's worth?
I think that last fight is worth it, but they need something else around it. I get it. You got to pay these guys. I get it. The bulk of the line share is going to go to the main card fighters. I understand that. That still doesn't mean that these level of cards were on Showtime, were on Fox, and all these things 2 years ago.
Yeah, because they would pay a big licensing fee.
Or you mean like the thing with the Thurman Porter or the Thurman Garcia and that type of thing? Yeah, licensing.
But I just, like, I'm a boxing fan and I want to support, but golly, $75 for a fight that a year or two ago would have been on Showtime? I got to say something.
And
I'm just saying that's my feeling.
And maybe part of what goes into this too is that you had like you said, the Tank versus Santa Cruz pay-per-view that was the previous month. It's like you have this
even
in one
that
month,
shouldn't have been on pay-per-view.
Well, given the matchup that it was, I feel you on that. All right, goddamn. I feel you on that, but that was gonna be Leonard Ellaby's intent with Tank Davis. They were gonna put him on pay-per-view after he had the fight against Yuriorkis Gamboa. Shoot, they announced it before the Yuriorkis Gamboa fight that he was gonna be on pay-per-view. So there was like no way out of that. But now, you have these other fights. Like you had these other fights, and it's like, how are you going to pay these fighters at the top of the bill? Either you're going to say that, the network itself is going to give you that guarantee, or you're going to have to put it on pay-per-view. And if these fighters are demanding a certain amount of money, then you're not going to have them be on a regular, network, because it's going to have them losing too much money, or the networks are going to say no.
Now, let me ask you a question, Mike Grady. Are you saying this is not pay-per-view worthy because of the names on it, or are you saying it's not pay-per-view worthy because you don't think it's going to be entertaining?
I'm saying that if you put, at this point, an Errol Spence on pay-per-view, then you need more names on it, yes. I need...
So just the names. Because I think the fights are going to be good.
Well, man, I don't watch those lower divisions of whatever people call them.
Hey,
so,
I mean, you're talking to somebody in Matt that doesn't care about anybody below 140 pounds.
That's a fact.